is the outside of my cargo trailer conversion, and so basically what I wanted to show you from the outside is the awning. It's very simple. I got these extension poles are supposed to go to 8 feet. Got 2 of them from the sporting goods store, and then online at Kettering Awning I got these tracks. They're Kettering Awning tracks, and so it goes right alongside the trailer, so that I create a waterproof seal, and rain doesn't come in between. And so what I did is I took this rope and figured out the diameter of the Kettering Awning track, took the rope, laid it on the end of the tarp, wrapped the tarp around, and then glued and put the duct tape on there on the end, and made the awning. So now, if I have to replace it, all I have to do is get a new awning, put some new rope in, tape it down, and I'm off to go. We've been under pretty heavy winds at times, and it hasn't ever pulled out of the awning track. So the windows were already in when I bought it from the store, or the manufacturer. We lock up our bikes. The bikes will go, I'll show you at the end when we have them back in, tied up inside. They go in the last 2 feet of the trailer. And this is where my power comes out. And then again, I also have my water inlet here at this park. We only have 30 amp electrical. Here's the trailer coming in the front door, and close. You come into the kitchen, and it's always kind of tough. I'm going to back up a little bit. It's a small space, so it's a little hard to get everything in. So I built the cupboards up on the top, and as you saw from previous videos if you watched them, and the cupboards, instead of going out, go up. So they swing upwards, and these come out and up. And I've got the electrical in right in the front. The PD4045 is there. My solar charge controller, Wanderer. It's a 100 watt solar panel up on top of the roof. And then in the middle I've got my, tells me the status of my voltage on my battery. And then I also have a voltmeter here, tells me the AC volts that are coming into the trailer right now. So then so when I'm running my appliances, I'm not running it to below 110. All of them, including the Dometic AC, suggest 110, 115, and that's the window that you're supposed to be in. So we have a 4.4 cubic refrigerator from Magic Chef, and it's really great. We can actually fit a gallon of milk, or actually 2 gallons of milk in there. And then what we did here was very simple Rubbermaid drawers. I built out the edge enough so that they slide in and out, and for lightweight. And then we have the sink over here that is very basic. Everything's been basic, utilitarian. This is the first project I've done of any sort like this, and so very basic, and to make it look as nice as possible. But also, for example, we wanted to put cupboards, doors just like that down here, but as we've been using the trailer, we realized that we need to get back in that space quite frequently, and so a cupboard door that would open up would really just get in the way of all of this foot space that we have, traffic area, which is not very much. It's about 2 feet by 4 feet maybe. So then under here you can see that I use this trapless drain, and it comes down, and I did it. Yes, my Y drain is upside down because I have one coming down here to the grate bucket. I have my freshwater bucket here that goes through to the pump, which is right down there. And then it it comes back up. It's very basic, very just water. And then right back there is is my water inlet for the city water, so I can use that. So that means that back up here, my right handle is my pump for off the water, city water. My left is for city water connection. So then just using that, it works great. We just have cold water. If we need hot water, we just heat it up in the microwave or on our stove. And then here on the right is my pump switch, and then on the left is the switch for the counter. So we have a toaster for baking, toaster oven, and then our toaster for bread. I know it might seem redundant, but toast just works better in a toaster than a toaster oven. It's light, no big deal. And then we have our microwave, and then I'll show you before or after when I make the video of both, but this is the bed up, and then it's on this E-track that's here, and we can just put the bed up or down. We can actually go further up to make the bed go up completely on the ceiling. I made a gap in between the two beds so our kids sleep on either side. There's a fantastic vent fan up there, and so then it opens in the middle to bring the light through and the air through, and so then when we open up the windows, and there's just a really good current with that vent. So this is the table up. The table is 60 inches long, and we're 69 inches wide because of 3 inches from the structure of the trailer. So what I've done is I made benches, and then underneath the cushions, if you lift up the cushions, I built these lids, so then all of our stuff is underneath. And so we have four cupboards, one in the front, one in the back, on both sides. And so we store our clothes and our clothes and everything else that we need underneath there. So we have our curtains that close, and then the bungee cord on the back, we actually use that to drape a bedspread or a sheet or flat sheet over it, and that becomes our dressing area back there behind. So there's 2 feet at the end of the table before the ramp. So with the flat sheet over it, it becomes a dressing area. And then I'll show you at the end here what that space looks like with the bikes in there. So we bring the bikes around, stow them in the back. That step ladder helps us put the awning up, and it also acts while we're stowed or everything's out. It acts as our stepping stool for the girls to get up on the bunk bed. Now the bunk bed comes down 2 slots for sleeping, and then the cushions go and the table goes down, and that makes our bed for us. So again, 69 inches across, 60 inches deep, and which makes for a great bed. Very comfortable. We use 4-inch high density foam to make that a really comfortable bed, and all of our bedding is stored back in that back corner. And then I think that's it with all that we did. We have our CO2 carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. We need carbon dioxide, but the carbon monoxide alarm, and our fire alarm smoke detector is up there. I've taken it down just now, just temporarily. And then as we go back up just in a minute, we are making toast, and in here when we make toast, no matter what, because it's a small area, that alarm goes off. So again, the cupboards are very deep and big, and the cupboard door swings up and down, and yeah, that's good. Use linoleum on the floor. So we got linoleum on the floor. We also used a shoe caddy here on the door to put our shoes in so they're up out of the way. And here's a quick video of our night setup with the in bed mode. So then the time it is down, and that's queen size, just about as short, because the bed is only from here to here is 69 inches wide, and we sleep from right to left, or if we can't get it quite level, we'll sleep left to right. The width of it is 50 inches. Excuse me, 60 inches. And here is the back with the 4 bikes in. The front wheels have all been removed, and then they're strapped to the side, and the extra wheels in the middle.